Namaskar, Priviyat friends. I'm Dr. Navpreet from Phoenix Education Consultants. We are a Chandigarh-based company who is dealing in medical education abroad. We are sending students to countries like Russia, Ukraine, Hungary, Italy, and other Schengen countries, inclusive Poland also. So I'm making this video to answer a few queries which I'm getting since past 2 weeks now from parents of NEET aspirants as well as medical uh, aspirants who are wishing to become future doctors. So the first question, which has already been answered by Supreme Court, which was that whether NEET is happening on the 13th of September or not. So the answer which we all have got 4 days back was that yes, NEET is very much happening on the 13th of September, and I wish all the NEET aspirants a very good luck. Now the second question which most of the students were answering me was whether the students who wish to go abroad have to go through the NEET exam or not. So the answer is again yes. The students who wish to go abroad will have to appear in the NEET examination 2020. Now the main thing is that since we all know that European admissions or admissions in Russia and Ukraine, the last date of applications are generally 15th of August in Russia and the same 15th of October in Ukraine. So now the third question which generally comes to me by the students and their parents is that what about those students? Now 13th September the NEET examination will be held, and we will be expecting the NEET results in the month of October, which can be mid of October or the last week of October. So I have a suggestion for all those students and their parents that who are very sure that they want to send their students abroad for their medical education, and the suggestion would be that to take a provisional admission in any of the universities which you find appropriate according to you. Just go through the websites of certain universities of either Russia, Ukraine. There are many parents who wish to send their students to China also. So I suggest that go through the university's websites or whichever university you feel is feasible. Just book a provisional seat, so that at the end of the October you will have a letter of admission in your hand. Meaning of having a provisional letter in your hand is that since we all know that 13th September is the NEET date, that the NEET exam will be held on the 13th of September. So we can't expect the results before mid-October or the third week of October. But unfortunately, Russian universities will close by then. They will stop taking the application forms from international students. So the suggestion which I gave earlier was that students who are interested to study in Russian universities should take a provisional admission, and the provisional admission will be based upon your 12th results. 12th results means that whosoever has scored a particular marks in 12th standard, they will fill up the form along with their NEET form, and a provisional admission letter from a particular university will be given to the particular student, and the rest of the formalities will be done post NEET results. So I think I have answered all the NEET related questions to you. Now coming to the main fourth question, which is how to choose Russian universities. Now most of the parents, when they come to me, they ask me that ma'am, kindly suggest which are the top good economical and best university of Russia. So according to me, how I go by seeing the Russian universities in the list of good or not good is, since I have stayed in Russia for a very, very long time, I am very well accustomed with the culture, the infrastructure, how the patients are. So I mean, asking me the suggestion, yes. I would list the university on the top is the Crimea Federal University. So Crimea Federal University has English as a medium of instruction of complete 6 years. So that means that complete 6 years, the complete course will be taught in the English language. which is a win-win situation for the Indian students. I mean, in most of the Russian universities, the syllabus is based in English and Russian. But in Crimea Federal University, the complete 6-year course will be taught by the teachers in English language. So Crimea Federal University was established in 1918. It's an old university with a very good infrastructure, very good teachers, very helpful teachers in fact. So till last year, that is 2019, the eligibility criteria for entering Crimea Federal University was 70% and above. Students who had scored 70% and above in their chemistry and biology, they were the only students who were allowed to enter Crimea Federal University. So this year they have cut down their eligibility criteria to 60%. That is a very good news for a few students who couldn't score very well in their chemistry and biology. So Crimea Federal University this year is taking students who have scored 60% and above in their chemistry and biology. Now Crimea Federal University has a fee structure of 2,50,000 rubles per year. That makes to roughly 2,60,000 rupees in Indian currency, which is I think very economical, and in this money, if you are getting par excellence, excellent education, that is, I mean, incredible. Now coming to the second university which I would suggest is Kuban State Medical University, which is again economical. Kuban State University is based in Krasnodar. It's another good city of Russia, and the university was established in 1920. Now Kuban State Medical University also has a 6-year program in English language. Again, the teachers are very competitive, and the students who are studying have all the good things to say about Kuban State Medical University. The fee of Kuban State Medical University is 1,90,000 rubles. Now that makes to 2 lakh rupees in Indian currency, which is again economical and best. That means that the complete 6 year of education fee, of 6 years of MBBS fee, which you will be giving to Kuban State Medical University, will be 12 lakh rupees. Now coming to the third university, which I feel is good, is North Ossetian State Medical University. Now this university also has a fee structure of 2,60,000 rupees a year. This university was also established in 1939. Now, these are the 3 universities which has English programs, English as the language of instruction for teaching. Now, the fourth university which I feel is very good, which has a very renowned name in Russia, is St. Petersburg State Medical University. Now this university is extremely good, but little bit on the higher side, the fees being 3,30,000 rupees a year, which is not a very bad deal, since the university is par excellence. The university was again established in 1920, and the university has one entrance exam which a student has to give before entering the university. Now coming to the fifth best university according to me is Kazan Federal University. Now Kazan Federal University is situated in Kazan, which is the 3rd largest city of Russia, and the university is one of the oldest in Russia, being established in 1804. Now Kazan has a fee structure, Kazan Federal University has a fee structure of 3,80,000 rubles, which makes to 3,90,000 rupees in Indian currency. So students, this is that's all for today. I have told you the list of 5 main universities where the language of instruction is English. The first 3 universities which I mentioned, they had a very economical fee structure, but yes, the other 2 universities, that is Kazan Federal and St. Petersburg State Medical University, has a fee structure on little bit higher side. So you can certainly go through the websites of all the 5 universities and decide where you wish to take admission in. So all the best for now, and goodbye from my side. All the best to you all for your NEET examinations.